in 2019, I lost someone real close to me. He was like a brother to me. Right here, he's, tattooed on my arm. Malik Harvey, lost him to gun violence. And, everything we ever did was like a family together. And I knew he would have been with me doing this. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm pushing myself because I want to make something, and not just in my name, but I want to start a scholarship in his name so he can always be remembered.
What's up, everybody? My name is Adam, and I'm the host of the UKnowAdamTsang podcast, the show that is dedicated on bringing on passionate people, learning about their stories, and delivering value to entrepreneurs. So if that's what you're interested in, go ahead and follow, like, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the UKnowAdamTsang podcast, where you get to know a little bit more about people, passions, and all things business. Today, sitting across the way, I have Fat.Mac.Café.
How everyone doing?
How are you doing today?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm living the dream.
That's good, yeah.
Definitely welcome to the show. Now, Mr. Fat.Mac, I am very interested in what you're doing because you seem like you got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
I'm in college for mechanical engineering.
Okay.
I'm also a chef.
Okay.
I own my own business, Fat.Mac.Café. Check me out on all social media platforms.
Love it.
Yeah.
And you're producing the food right here at Georgia Southern.
Right here at Georgia Southern, right on camp for all the students. It's really down here, I focus more with the students.
Okay.
Because I know it's hard, to find some places to eat.
Okay.
And with different food and different varieties. So
okay.
I just been attacking them and going at it and getting a job done.
Love it. So take me back to the beginning, right? Like, how did you first kind of get started, and when did the business come into play?
Okay. So I'm gonna start from the very beginning. The name came from a close childhood friend. His name is Dwayne Glenn. He always would call me Fat Mac because I was a clean, big dude. I always had the ladies, and he was like, oh, that's Fat Mac, that's Fat Mac.
Okay.
So in 2020, I got in a little bit of trouble down here actually in Statesboro.
Okay.
So in 2021, I went to Miami, and I was just trying different varieties of food, stuff that's not in Georgia or located in Statesboro, which was macaroni and cheese with meat inside. So I was like, hold on. Let me go work with this.
Was food always like a big part of your life?
Yes, actually it was, because I come from a single parent household. My mother, she was always at work or getting a job done to provide for the family.
For the family.
So, I was the youngest, and I knew how to cook. So I'd be 12 years old working the grill, making the macaroni for like holiday events and stuff like that. So it's always been a passion for me. Like, I actually went to a magnet school, Richmond County Technical Career Magnet School in Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
So we had like majors like IT, cybersecurity, and we also had culinary.
Okay.
Culinary arts. So I just decided to do that, and from freshman year to junior year, I stuck with it. I'm actually certified a chef 2, I believe. And I have my Serve Safe.
Through that school?
Yeah, through the school.
Okay.
And I have my Serve Safe certification.
Love that.
So I stopped doing it for a while. I tried to come to college and do mechanical engineering because I'm a jack of all trades. I can do a lot.
Okay.
So I was doing it. Then when I got in trouble in 2020, it slowed down everything. I was just stuck.
Yeah.
Some legal issues. And one thing I'm going to say is never let your past determine your future.
Love that.
Because, I was stuck. Like I said, I went to Miami, and I just tried to do let me go see what kind of foods are popular in Miami and see if I can bring it back to Georgia.
Sure.
So
you left Georgia, traveled. Why Miami? Did you have family down there?
No, my mom, we actually went on like a 10-day vacation just to go.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, let's just try foods. Let's do something. I'm a big dude, so I like to eat.
Of course.
So just doing that, and it's something just stuck with me. It was a buffalo. No, theirs wasn't buffalo, but mine's called a buffalo chicken macaroni, which is named a smacking mac and cheese.
Okay. So do you remember where you were at? I
can't remember the exact name, but it's on South Beach side of Miami.
Okay.
It's run by a Haitian family.
Okay.
So I'm like, hold up, I know I can work with these flavors and make something a little bit more different from what they're offering.
Okay.
And the price was extremely high. We paid over $25 for a pan of mac this big.
So
I'm like, that's crazy. Okay, so I
Was it worth it?
It was definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. I wish I still knew the name of the place because I would definitely like refer
it out.
Yeah, because it's what made me see that I can do. And like my friends always tell me like, bro, why you just want to cook? Why you want to sell food? Because I was doing the fast money way. Like I wanted to stick with the fast money. And it took for me to get in trouble to just sit down and sit for a whole year and just think about what I wanted to do. And I just got up one night, midnight, whatever was in the fridge, I made it. And I was selling it like to my parents, my family, and I just want them to taste everything that I can make. Yeah. So one day I just got up, I made the buffalo chicken macaroni. Yeah. And they was like, man, this is good. This is good. So in my head, I'm like, man, it's just chicken and macaroni. Yeah. No. It created something big for me.
Love that.
And I'm from Augusta, Georgia, like I stated. And their support system down there was just so huge because my family is well known in Augusta, Georgia, just from, being out and working on cars. Like my uncle, he works on cars, my family. And I'm like, okay, I'm finna sell these plates.
So you went to Miami, you had the food, and then you came back to Georgia, right?
Yep, came back to Georgia.
And then where were you at? Like, were you just at home at this point? Like
I was because like I said, I got in some trouble. So I just went back to my mother's house. Like, I was stuck. I lost everything I had. Yeah. And
had to start from ground
up. So I started hustling. I started washing cars, detailing, cutting grass, just to fund my supplies to get like pots and pans. That stuff is really high. Sure. So I'm funding all of that. Okay, the whole summer I'm selling plates, cutting grass, washing cars, pressure washing houses, anything I can think of to get some money.
Man, if there's a lesson here for entrepreneurs, right? Like, there's something that you have that is just literally innate. It's just like, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get the job done. And that's what makes the true entrepreneur, right? Mm-hmm. Like, cutting the grass. Like sometimes like people are like, oh, I'm too good for that, right?
Not me.
But not you. You just like hustled. You just like went after it. And that's very inspiring.
Yeah, and I learned that from my mother. Like she taught me, never sit around. Everyone has the same 24 hours. So, don't just sit and waste and just think what you can do. Go out and do something. And while you're doing something, think of a better master plan because it'll work. Like if you have the dedication, the motivation, and the drive to get the job done, it's going to work. Never let anyone tell you that, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. I had plenty of people at first. My mom, she was a little iffy with my decisions. Yeah, because
she didn't like your food.
She loved it, but everyone can cook.
Sure.
So she's like, son, just stay with the college. Yeah. And I'm still in college, but I believe I have a passion and a drive that'll take me further and further to everywhere I want to go. Like I just started my own business last year in March. Yeah. So the boom that I have and the exposure from Atlanta to Augusta to Statesboro, like I never thought it would be this big. You see what I'm saying? So, just seeing my mom happy and just seeing her smile and, share my content, that's all I do it for. I don't do it for the money, like nothing. Like my plates are some of the lowest, but it feeds 2 people from the portion size. Yeah. Nothing over $20.
So you're hustling, you're starting to get your pots and pans in Augusta. And then at what point did you say, hey, like I'm going to actually turn this into a business, right? Like when did you go out and acquire, like take me through that process? Okay, in March 2021, I decided like this is going to be what I'm going to do. Yeah. Like I was no college, it was the summertime and there's nothing else to do but either you want to make some money or just sit around. Sure. So I'm like, man, this is what I want to do. And it's not till actually August on my birthday, the 27th, I actually just got my LLC. Okay. And I'm working to get my business license. Like, I want to do everything the clean, legit way. Sure. I don't want to take any shortcuts because, anything can be took from you. Someone can copy and name your business and, a lot of things that I want to learn the business aspect, not just, oh, I can cook. No, I want to learn the real estate to get me a property. Sure. And just like I do my own marketing. I do my own flyers, delivery, cooking, cleaning. Everything is done by me. But I notice, you'll get further by getting some help. What drives you? What is the thing that's pushing you to go out there and achieve? Actually, in 2019, I lost someone real close to me. He was like a brother to me. Right here, he's, tattooed on my arm. Malik Harvey, lost him to gun violence. And, everything we ever did was like a family together. And I knew he would have been with me
doing this. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm pushing myself because I want to make something, and not just in my name, but I want to start a scholarship in his name so he can always be remembered. So it's like, then I push myself because I don't want failure. I failed enough. So it's like, I can't take failure. Even though I know it's going to happen, a lot of failure happen, but that, creates opportunities, and all exposure is good exposure. And so, and my mom, I never want to see her disappoint in me again the way she was in 2020.
How was that? Like, obviously you got into some legal stuff and, you had to break the news, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to call her. Yeah, I remember vividly. Like, I was in the Bullitt County Jail Department or the jailhouse, and I wanted to call everyone but my mother because we actually was going to Miami the same weekend I got arrested. So it was like I was supposed to be in Augusta, but I still wanted to, do my legal things. And and it was just like, dang, what I'm gonna tell her? And when I called her, she was like, just like, what? Like, when I found out what kind of charges I was facing and stuff like that, she just broke down. And after that, it was like I never ever put her in that position again. To see her, because she did a lot for us. Like, my brothers, all of us, we made it through high school, went to college. My brother went to a welding school, and like me, I'm like one of the first males in the family to ever go to a university. So I'm like a first generation. And I just don't like to see no one disappointed in me, not even myself, because, you're all you got. Yeah. And that's what drives me. Like,
let's kind of like explore that a little bit, because obviously there's something that's very alluring about that lifestyle, right? Like, it's something that pulled you in. What made that so attractive to you?
What, the cooking?
No, I'm talking about, like, the fast money, right? Like, what was it just
because? The fast money. That's what it was. It's like when you making some money and, like, you go work for someone else for $10, $11. Not saying there's nothing wrong with, working on the clock 9 to 5, because it's not. That's how you can fund what you want to do by actually working a 9 to 5. But me, going to college and waking up 8 a.m. and just doing all of this stuff, is like, it's hard. Yeah. Because they that's what they don't tell you when you go to college. If you don't have that support system or that family who comes from money, who can actually fund you and send you money to go do this with friends and buy clothes, necessities, personal hygiene, it's like, you got to do something. And in Statesboro, for some reason, they don't have a lot of jobs for, college students. Is like, more stuff is you need this qualification or these hours. And when you work, you go into class from 8 a.m. to about 5 in the afternoon, it's like, dang, I don't want to do nothing. So, and I grew up seeing the fast route. Like, I grew up around a lot of people who chose a fast route, and I felt like it was easy to go do that, which it wasn't, because when they come for you, they come for you. Yeah. It's not nothing like, you can't shake it. You just gonna have to, then all the fast money you made, it's like, it's gone. Yeah, because now you have to ask people, can I get this money? Can you help me with this lawyer? Can you help me get out? And
makes it worse, right?
It makes it worse, because now you want to go do it again. But I always told myself, if I get out of the situation, I will never go back. Yeah. The way this generation is, and the social media is set up, that everyone wants that fast life.
It's attractive.
Yeah, it's very attractive. Yeah. But they don't never show what cost comes behind it, what's the consequences. I was facing up to 20 years. But, luckily that was my first couple charges, and I had an excellent lawyer. And I just said I'll never, ever put no one in that position to have to think about me or myself to, fast money. I make some fast money now, but it's not like it used to be. Yeah. It was like you could just sit down and never move. But now I'm working. I'm still working my own 9 to 5. That's what a business owners don't tell you. You're still going to work a 9 to 5. Yeah. But it feels more comfortable when you're doing it and you're that CEO. That's right. And you're the boss. That's right. Because you control what's going on. You don't have someone controls you, but yourself. That's right. And I just love that. Like, I always wanted to be my own business owner. Love that. So let's change directions a little bit. Tell me a little bit about the food that you make. Okay. I sell a mean chicken Philly. Okay. A mean one. I make all my sauces by myself. Okay. I make the buffalo chicken macaroni, which is named Smack and Mac and Cheese. You actually can get shrimp put in it. I make a mean excellent. One of my top, sellers, a chicken Alfredo.
Okay.
Or a chicken pasta, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
And, my
those
mom
are
always,
those are your core.
Yeah, whatever broke, don't fix it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. My mom always told me, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Someone is going to buy it.
That's right.
And that's what happened. Like, I can go from Atlanta to Augusta to Savannah to Statesboro, and I can sell these things, and it's like everyone new experience.
So how are you getting, like, because obviously there's ingredients, there's all these like kind of like materials that you have to procure. Like, how are you going to each of these locations and being able to, like, sell? Like, and were you selling out?
Yeah, every single time. Every time I open up, I sell out.
And what does sell out mean? Like, how many meals we talking about?
So it depends on what kind of day. If I want to have a light day or a smooth day, I can sell up to 50 orders just by myself. No, that's a heavy load because you're by yourself. Like, I have no one who can stick with making the sauce, no one who can stick with making the meat, no one who can boil and mix up. So it's like that's a heavy load. But at the same time, like on a light day, I do like 20, 25. Okay. But every piece of income and $1 a day, that's something. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it pushes me to go. And not saying it's never about the money because like I don't make as much as I should. Like everyone asks me like, why your plate so cheap? Why you won't bump them up? Yeah. Because that's what everybody else is doing. So I want to be the eyeball and show that you can come with your friend and put $6 and $6 together and get a whole meal to feed both of y'all.
That's right.
And it's like that right there, and seeing the reviews and all of that, it just like, dang, like I got something. Like,
so with this, obviously, you are in this hustle mode, right? But what's the dream? What's the dream for
my dream?
Fat.Mac.Café
is to be global. Global. But first I want to be global. I want everyone to experience something they never had. Sure. Not just one environment, because you can never limit yourself.
And what does that look like? Is that a brick and mortar? Is that like, when I say brick and mortar, like a restaurant?
No, I actually want a cafe, but it's going to be targeted to universities and college. Like I always seen like on TV how they have these big cafes. Like you ever seen Zoe 101? They had this nice cafe set up where students could be safe and study like poetry night and stuff like that. And I want to offer that surrounding to the students, so they feel safe and come do work. Because we don't really have that many places. Like everyone wants to go drinking and stuff like that. But there's some people who don't drink, smoke, or anything, but they just want to go have fun and eat nice. Sure. So my first location I actually want to open, it would have been Augusta. But I wanted
because that's home, right?
Yeah, it's home. But you have to venture out. You cannot get stuck, because you can get stuck and just be in Augusta. I want to be where I'm already at. I'm comfortable in the Statesboro because I've been here for 4 years. Got you. So I've been around. I've seen you can go get some food one day and it'd be terrible. The next day it'd be good. Yeah. And I want to be one of those persons who can set a location, like I said, for the students, have student nights, stuff like that, and just offer amazing food, amazing surrounding, amazing atmosphere, and just be comfortable where you at.
Love that. Love that. Well, I mean, I have to thank you so much for, joining us on the show today. If there's one word of advice that you give to entrepreneurs out there, what would it be?
Keep going. Don't stop. Like I said, everyone experiences failure. All publicity is good publicity, and never let your past determine your future. Love that. Because people will get stuck thinking they can't do certain things. And look at me, I was in a lot of trouble down here, and look what I'm doing. I changed my face and my image, and every time I go here and here, I pass out a card. I let them know what I'm doing, and everyone be like, I heard of you, like where you're located. That's why I want to be located in Statesboro, because I got that
audience.
Yeah, basically.
That market.
Yeah, it's like I market myself, but in the future, I'm going to add more to the team, because you can't do it all yourself. Love that. You'll drive yourself crazy. That's another thing I got to offer to the entrepreneurs. Don't try to do it all by yourself, because in the end, you'll suffer. You'll be tired, and you won't want to do the thing the next day when you need to get up every day, no matter if it's creating a flyer or trying to think of more marketing or going out, passing out cards. You don't have to cook every day or sell merchandise every day, because all exposure is good exposure. And
love it.
When you have that, no one can beat you.
Thank you so much for being the inspiration. I think that oftentimes there's situations that people find themselves in, and they have to try to figure out how. And there's this helplessness, right? But you've given a lot of people an example to go after and say, hey, regardless of what situation that you're in, regardless of how bad it is, you can make it out.
Yeah, you can. Never trap yourself.
How do people find you? Where do they go now?
All social media platforms, Fat.Mac.Café. I'm trying to get a website to, control my bookings and stuff like that. But Fat.Mac.Café, Fat.Mac.Cafe on every social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Love it. Statesboro, go get yourself a plate of Fat.Mac.Café.
Come check us out.
Awesome. That's the show, man.